I believe in a superpower. I really, really, truly do. And I know that sounds crazy. Oh my God, superpowers aren't real, dude. Chill out. What are you talking about? Are you on drugs? No, I really do. I truly believe in one superpower. And I believe that every human that excelled in their craft, in their art, or in their business, or whatever they decided to do with their life, that was deemed impossible or deemed kind of like crazy, like in a small percentage, like how they say there's that 0.002 percentage. I believe all these people have this ability. And I'm going to start with Michael Jordan, for example. Michael Jordan is a basketball player. He's considered like the greatest basketball player of all time to some, to many, or whatever you have your opinions on that. But Michael Jordan, before he had 6 rings, was the MVP multiple times. He also struggled a lot. I mean, early in his career, he lost multiple times to Larry Bird, who was another very legendary basketball player. But he lost a lot, and when he lost, people were chirping, people were talking, they were saying things. I mean, like they always do. People just like to talk, right? But they were saying a lot of stuff about him, and real things. I mean, there's probably a lot less than now, because with social media, you can damn near just see everything they're saying, like just boom, 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 right? You can just like, it's kind of crazy. But then it was probably a lot easier, but he still had to deal with a lot of stuff, and he still had to sleep on his pillow at night when the people were saying what they were saying when he was losing to Larry Bird, right? And Kylian Mbappé as well. He's a very famous soccer player. I mean, he played at Paris Saint-Germain, which is a team in France, League One, and people say that league's not good, right? So eventually, either way, not because that league wasn't good, he just decided to move to Real Madrid, follow his heart. He used to idolize a player called Cristiano Ronaldo. He idolized him, so he said, I'm going to follow my heart. I love this team. I love watching as a kid. I'm going to go to Real Madrid. I'm going to go play where I wanted to play as a kid. He goes there, he has a first year there, and he doesn't perform as he did at his old club. And people were saying like, oh, this player's not the same. He's washed up. He's not good anymore. He's ruining the team. Just a whole bunch of stuff about him. They were just kind of just chirping him, just talking about him. And he still performed pretty well. He had a whole lot of goals. He had the most goals in that league. But like I said, people just sometimes they just like to criticize you. They like to talk about you, right? Denzel Washington is my favorite actor ever. He had you know how many good movies Denzel has, but he also had bad movies. He had a movie called The Heart Condition, which didn't do as well as his other movies, but it got a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, I don't think Rotten Tomatoes was even a thing at that time. I mean, maybe it was. I actually don't know. Maybe it was, but yeah, they were saying it was a bad movie. They were criticizing him. I know he wasn't scrolling on Rotten Tomatoes, but I know there was a lot of critics that were getting to his head at that time. You know what I mean? Whether it's reporters, whether it's whatever, but he had to deal with the pain of that being a bad movie, right? My point is with all these 3 people is when they put their head at night on their pillow, they could have a shit ton of just doubt, a shit ton of, oh, these people are right, a shit ton of, oh my God, like they're saying all these things, but they didn't. And after that, they all went on to achieve greatness because of one thing. And I believe this thing is a superpower, and that's simply just the ability to not give a fuck. I truly believe that. And it sounds so simple, but it's really one of the hardest things to ever do, is just simply not give a fuck. You know what I mean? But not giving a fuck is exactly what will get you to achieve your goals. I mean, if you're running down a forest and a bunch of bushes are just kind of coming at you, it stops you from running down that aisle, right? I mean, let's say you have to beat a certain timer. It stops you from beating that timer, right? But if there's no bushes, right? If you just get all those bushes out of there, then we don't know if you'll get there like when the timer runs out, but I promise you'll get a lot closer if there's no bushes, if there's no outside noise and you don't do that, right? And to block out that outside noise, you have to have a very strong sense of just self-belief, and that's what is gonna block out the noise. If you believing in yourself is 20 times louder than the people or the noise outside, if that's louder than the noise coming at you, then you won't even hear it, because all you're hearing is the good things you say about yourself. All you're hearing about is how hard you're working. All you're hearing about is, okay, I got up this morning, I put in the work. That's all you're hearing about. And that discipline, that grind that you have for yourself is what's gonna lead into that self-belief. You have to have that discipline. You have to have that put the stuff on paper, you know what I mean? Put the stuff in reality. Put what you want to do in reality, and then that's going to turn into self-belief, right? Michael Jordan did a bunch of stuff. He had a bunch of game winners before that. He had a bunch of stuff that to fall back on. Mbappé had a bunch of stuff to fall back on. Denzel had a bunch of movies to fall back on. They had the stuff to fall back on. But to get that stuff, it's just you not giving a fuck. Again and again and again and again and again. Just don't give a fuck, dude. I'm telling you, whoever's watching this, if you cannot give a fuck, everything else is on the other side of that. Think about when we were kids, right? We used to post these cringy TikToks, right? And now we look back at them and we're like, dude, I was so cringe. Like, oh my God, like, bro, I'm literally the cringiest guy ever, blah, blah, blah. How did I do this, right? And you kind of have this mindset on yourself, right? But if you went back and you told that little kid, like, dude, you're cringy, ew, right? Bro, that kid would be hurt, and he probably never post a TikTok ever again in his life because the things you say hurt him, right? But you saying that now is just because of everything that's happened to you, because of everything you've heard and said, because of everything that's happened, it's now deemed cringy. But to that kid, it's not cringy because he doesn't know much. He doesn't know the voices. He doesn't know what people would think about him. He doesn't know what whoever would think about him. He just doesn't know, right? So he feels that freedom, and that freedom is what allows him to get that comfortable, that he allows him to be comfortable enough to post those things, right? But it's hard because you've been through so much, and it's like, you know so much and you know how people think, so it's so much harder to not give a fuck. Because especially, you know, being in high school, being in these places where everyone is just so opinionated, everyone just gives a fuck, everyone's just so always projecting what's wrong with them. Not necessarily, some people just do it to do it, but a lot of people just project what is wrong with them onto you. I can't do this, so I won't do it. I'm gonna make fun of somebody who's trying to do it. You know what I mean? It's just 20 times easier, and the reward and the jokes and the laughter just feels so much easier than actually pursuing it and doing it yourself, right? But to truly, I don't know if you'll get there, I don't know what will happen, but I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a million times easier if you just don't give a fuck about what people say. And I truly believe that's one of the most important things you can have. And I believe that, actually, I'm not gonna get into that. I'll save that for another video. But there's a bunch of stuff that if you could just block out that noise, it's gonna feel easier and it's gonna be easier, right? And that's hard to do. It really is. It really truly is. But eventually, when you do it once, when you like think about it like this, if somebody told Michael Jordan or Denzel Washington or whoever you have in mind right now that you kind of idolize and respect their craft, their respect or wanna kind of be like, whatever it is, if somebody told them, oh, don't be a basketball player, oh, don't be an actor, oh, don't be a dancer, then everything that they did wouldn't have happened just because they listened to that one person or that one thing. Everything else wouldn't happen. There is no anything else because that wouldn't happen, right? So not only is it just building that okay, I did this for yourself to have those stats to fall back on, but it's also like, oh, I didn't listen to this person and it worked when I was 8 years old, so I'm gonna do it again when I'm 20 because now it might work again. It's that not listening several times that's gonna build that ability to just not give a fuck at all when you're in doing that thing you love, when you're falling for that thing you love. It's gonna feel so much easier because you've been doing it for so long and it's worked for so long that now it's just like, okay, I'm gonna live my life not giving a fuck what people think because I'm me, you know what I mean? And I did this stuff and I did listen to this and it worked and this person was wrong. And you have to kind of see, like, I know now you listen to people and you think, oh yeah, like this guy's opinion matters. This guy's my best friend. His opinion matters to me. It does. It fucking doesn't. Like, I'm telling you, like, it really fucking doesn't. Like, I'm serious about that shit. Like, it really doesn't. No matter how close that person is to you, they're just a person. They're just people. They're all just people. But who you are, you know. You go to bed at night. You know how hard, you know how bad you want this shit. You know how hard you'll work for this shit. You know how much you want to get this shit. So you can do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know you better than anybody. Nobody else knows you like you. Do you understand that? So if nobody believes in you, then and you need someone to believe in you, then I believe in you. There, done, said it. So if someone says they don't believe in you and I believe in you, then that should be enough. No, because that one person that said you couldn't do it, they messed you up, right? But I'm telling you, you can do it right now. So why isn't that enough for you to go get it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't that be enough for you to go get it? Why not? And it's like that self-belief, that putting yourself on a pedestal, bro. Like I'm this person. Like, don't think like, oh, I'm the best in the world. Like, no, don't think that. But just like, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can pursue. Do that. Find the thing and just go for it and block out the other noise and everything else will come after that. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to feel so much easier and be so much easier because you don't care. So that's all I have to say for today. It's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas. Merry Christmas, right? But today's my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys believe in yourself.